Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Not Everybody Needs a Podcast. I have Darian with me today, my one and only Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear. Sugar
You haven't been on it as much lately. I've missed you.
Sugar Bear is crap. You never called me Sugar Bear. I feel like that was very like uppity.
What do you think about my hair?
I love your hair. Look, the hair eats, y'all. Where's my camera? The hair eats. I'm a big fan. I've always been a proponent of dark. Like, I feel like dark also gives me like very nostalgic OG Mackenzie vibes.
I have not been this dark in a minute.
Well, I've always
Years.
said like dark. I feel like every girl wants to have light hair, but I feel like dark just like, shout out to the brunettes. Shout out to my brunette.
I was about to say,
My
brunettes.
one brunette.
The one to my right.
And I would say two, if y'all can't tell, we're matching, you know, a little twinning.
Did you do that on purpose? Because I was surely dressed before you.
Well, really, I had wore this fit the other day. It's on my Instagram. And I was like, you know what, you haven't did them, so I'm going to put on the same fit I had on the other day. I feel like it looks good.
Okay, love it. I'm glad we can match.
We're going to match it.
I'm in a very excited mood right now because
Vibes are high.
Vibes are high because I just finished shooting for my promo video for my Girls Night Out event. It was announced by the time that this comes out. It might be sold out by the time that this comes out.
It's a big deal.
If you guys don't know, I have had a love for hosting for honestly my whole life. Like looking back, whenever I was like 7, 8 years old, I always planned my birthday parties.
I know.
They always had to be extravagant.
For sure.
My Sweet 16, I had like the crazy, we rented out a spot. I had a limo. I had the cake, the candles, like everything.
I didn't know you did.
Well, obviously, but like I just have always had a vision for the events that I host, and I love hosting. Like even if it's people are coming over for a game night, like I have to do something special for it. And people just know that about me. And I have shared that part of my life on the internet for so long now. And whether it's Beckham's first birthday or it's Friendsgiving or it's my birthday or whatever, I feel like it's just been a part of my life for so long and something that is a passion of mine. And so when people started commenting like, wait, when am I going to get my invite or whatever, I just had the idea of hosting an event that anybody could come to. And so guys, we're making it happen and I'm really excited. And I don't think I've had this much passion towards like something I've done in so long. And yeah, the theme is Romantic Rose Garden. And I want people to come in their like elegant dresses with lace and chiffon and feel very just excited to dress up, hang out with girls, maybe meet some girlfriends. We're going to be dancing. If you guys request enough, maybe DJ D Wrench can show up. I'm not sure.
Maybe. We can make an appearance.
We'll see what surprises I have up my sleeve, but we're going to have goodie bags. And yeah, I'm excited. We haven't announced yet. I'm announcing in a few days from now, but I really hope it has a good reaction. I think sometimes things like this can be very hit or miss when people realize that you're charging for something, but I feel totally comfortable with like.
I feel like you're definitely over delivering. So for anybody out there that's coming, like, I think you are for sure like getting food and you get some stuff to leave with, like
in an open bar.
Yeah, I mean, I think once you tell people what they're getting, like $50 that's like a date night or like a girls' night out anyway. But then you're not leaving. You don't leave the restaurant with goodie bags.
Right. See, that was my thing. The reason why, well, first of all, these things aren't free and I'm still spending my own money to throw this event and I'm not profiting at all. Like this is not something that I'm doing to profit. Like I really just want to give people a good time. And I just feel like this really showcases my passion. And I wanted to invite people in to that and like be able to meet people and stuff. So this is just like a passion project. It's not like I'm like profiting off of it, but I don't think people really realize.
We also ain't trying to go broke. That's just business.
Amen. That's just business.
What?
Well, and also I don't think people realize what it takes to throw an event like this. Like if this isn't something that you do, I'm basically throwing a mini wedding, and you know, it's not free. It's not free at all.
Not mini wedding, but yeah, I mean like you're throwing an event.
I'm saying mini wedding as in like everything that you need for a wedding is gonna be there, just like a very like smaller scale. Like you're gonna need flowers, you need food, you need drinks, you need like give someone something to listen to, something to do, stuff like that. And then like obviously the goodie bags and whatever else. So like, I don't know, this kind of thing takes time. And I really believe that people are going to leave feeling like it was worth it. But you know, you just see like, I don't know if you saw, Jenna Palick has like thrown like events like this. It's totally different because hers are like charity events and stuff like that. So it's a completely different vision. But like people like crap on her. If anything goes wrong, she gets so much hate. And I'm like, I'm not really trying
but
to.
The principle's the same, yeah.
Yeah, she's just an influencer, and she seems like an amazing, sweet girl, and she's done like a ton for charities, and she also comes out of pocket for a lot for these events. And I guess there was a parking issue at the last event that she had, and everyone was like so mad at her. And I'm just like, I'm not giving my opinion too much on it because I don't know enough facts, but I guess like she told people there would be parking, and then like they ended up having to walk a ton, and they were just weren't expecting to be able to have to walk, and blah, blah, blah. But there was a rain issue, and that's why they weren't able to park, which she can't control. Whatever. The point is, people were very mad at her. And I just, I think I get a little scared of stuff like that. And so I'm trying to over-prepare.
Anytime you put stuff out, you're going to get criticism.
Totally.
The only way to avoid that is to do nothing.
And I can't be doing that.
Yeah, correct. I'm going to say I'm proud, though. Like, for real. Because I think ever since I've known Mackenzie, and then obviously being in a relationship, you always make my birthdays feel special. And then every event we've ever had, especially post, like once we really became like semi-one, like our engagement party, like we threw a second engagement party, like everything we've ever done has always been extravagant. And I think people, especially our friends, I think one of our things is always, if we're going to invite you to something, we want you to have a good time. Like, we don't want you to just come over and waste your time. If we do something, you're going to have, it's going to be a good experience. The vibes are going to be good.
It's going to feel worth the drive.
Worth the investment.
You're going to eat something good.
Correct.
Taste
and
something good.
I feel like the track record has been there. And I think, like you said, just through organically sharing our fun experiences we've had as a family, people are always like, this isn't just like a normal, like, whatever. Like, you really put your heart and soul in this. And people also feel that. So I think makes a lot of sense. Like, I think it'd be dope. I don't think it will be dope. It's going to be fun. I think if you come, like I said, I think we're definitely on a under promise, over deliver. Like, you're going to get way more than you expect. I think it's going to be really fun.
I'm excited. It's June 19th.
She put on the men to work, so all my friends are gonna be there working. The men will be.
They'll be at work. Maybe you'll find you a boyfriend.
I was about to say that something crazy.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say slaving away, but I want to say it now.
Oh my gosh!
But I'm saying that's a term of like slaving away.
You can't say that.
Yeah,
you definitely can't say that.
Not in these.
Absolutely not. Not in these parks. Not in any parks. But anyway, yeah, it's June 19th. It'll be at this beautiful boutique hotel, Hartness, and it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited. I'm gonna like record the behind the scenes of getting everything done, and I'm just proud and excited. But y'all stay tuned. It might already be sold out. If it's already sold out, I'll freak. By the time this comes out, you think it will?
Wait, you're dropping this? Yeah.
A few days before. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think so.
We will see.
Y'all pull up. Bring your friends. Well, this is post. Like, either way, bring your friends. It's gonna be a great night.
And if it does sell out, we will be doing other events, but we got to be successful first.
Yeah, we got to make this one's got to be a hit.
If it's a fat flop, you ain't ever going to see me again. I'll keep my ovens in my home. Anyway, I went to Beckham's swim lesson on Monday. Guys, she's just really loving the swim lessons. I knew she was going to. She likes to do any kind of like event like that. Like it's fun for her. And so I knew she was going to love it, but she's been a few weeks now. I don't really understand how she's going to learn this way.
Right. This is more so get comfortable in the water.
Yeah. And like,
but she does look forward to swim lessons.
She looks forward to swim lessons, but God forbid I put her head underwater like they tell me to, and she's over it.
She like looks.
She's like, my eyes. She does exactly like that. Mommy, my eyes. But
she does the exact opposite of everything they tell her. Beckham, close your mouth. I did
fear she was drinking some of the water, and I'm like, that cannot be good. Yeah. The good thing about those pools is they're heated. Now, do you feel like a disgusting, smelly fish after you get out? Of course, but like, what if they weren't heated and it was like a cold tub in the middle of they wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not the point of this. The point is that I was late because I missed an exit and I left a little later than I thought because I ended up going to a later workout class, and I started getting all stressed, and it reminded me of my childhood when we were late everywhere, which God bless. God bless my mother. I was gonna say it's not her fault. It is. But like, she was fighting for her life. So like, I'm not here to hate on her. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go listen to our mommy and daughter episode. But she was doing the best she could. But we were like late 90% of the time in my childhood. And I think that's why I have trauma about being late now. And I really hate being late. And so when we were late, I'd like had some things come up in me. And I was like, I feel like something that we could do as a family. I literally haven't talked to Darian about this, but because this isn't that serious of a conversation, but I feel like we really could serve our kids better by being early places.
Yeah, I'm definitely struggle with that. Also, because like my mom was always on time. My dad, we was late everywhere. Mackenzie be getting me good though, because she'll be like, you have to be there at this time. It's always 15 minutes before. and I always get there like I would actually be late, but then I actually be on time. It's the funniest thing. So what was the last thing you did? You said I had to be there. You said the class starts at 5:45, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay.
I said be there at 5:30.
Yeah, be there at 5:30. And lo and behold, I get there at 5:45. And I'm stressing. Me and Becca don't know what's going on. She'll never know what's going on. She's no daddy trying to rush her to get inside somewhere. And I get there, I'm like, oh my gosh, like where's the class? She's like, oh, you're early, you're good. I'm like, wait, so class is at 6? And the woman's like, yeah, it says 6. I'm like,
I have to do it because you know.
No, I know, because I literally.
And you're always grateful.
Yeah, I am. I need to start doing it to myself though, because even for, it's so funny. I don't think anything I attend, unless it's like an online meeting, I'm pretty tardy. Like even for our workout classes.
He always skips the beginning part, and I need the beginning part.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I be getting that right on time.
At the beginning part, they always have to explain what the workouts are, and like Darian can like read a screen and be able to tell what it is because he's like done football his whole life to where they do these kind of movements. But if I don't see it being done, I have no idea what's going on. But you're in charge of taking her to her gymnastics class. I'm in charge of taking her to swim lessons, and then we do church on Sundays.
Yeah, and we've missed a couple of children's churches,
and we'd had to take both kids because we already take Kason in with us because he's just too small to be doing all that.
We were actually on time this past weekend, right?
Yes.
We were on time.
We did go to the 11:15 though. That time change got us good. But we already were awake.
We were awake.
Multiple hours before because of the time change.
We're going to be on time. We're going to report back. We're going to be on time this week.
Early even.
The thing is, if you try to be on time with kids, you're going to be late. You got to actually try to aim early because there's always something that happens. We'll be like, because we'll have a timer set, be like, okay, we got 5 minutes left. And then next thing you know, like, okay, somebody's going to use the bathroom. Somebody didn't have snacks. Somebody didn't get their water filled up.
Oh my gosh, Kason's bottles. He has to have a bottle. Oh, yeah. His pouches. We have to have a pouch.
Then it's just like, okay, now we're right back at the same time. I look at the GPS and it says, you're going to be 10 minutes late. I'm like, oh my, I thought we got up at the right time. We got everybody dressed.
I know. We lose the vision sometimes. Like, I'll be like putting on my mascara too long and stuff. And then I can't leave the house without a coffee.
We definitely are going to try to be more punctual because, I mean.
It's good for their childhood to have the memory
stakes are
of
low
like.
Right now. I feel like as they get older, I feel like Beckham don't really understand being later on time, you know? I think she understands I want to get in my class. I do want to do, that is a thing we can't get better as a family.
Maybe, how often are you late to her gymnastics class?
I think the only time I've ever been on time was like once.
And that's tough to hear.
Well,
huh?
we miss the name the name intro every time. Like we don't never introduce ourselves.
So no one knows my girl's name.
No, the thing is Beckham's a favorite at the class for sure.
Don't say that.
The thing is we are regulars for sure.
We're gonna be there, but no one's gonna know her name.
Yeah, we are gonna be there every week. We do miss the introductory period.
What did she say this morning? I want to go to the park with the babies. Darian still calls because she for the longest time called really anyone a baby that was under the age of 12.
Yeah. And
so Darian's like, do you want to go to class with the babies? Right now we can just tell her like you're going to gymnastics class, but now she says, I want to go to the park with the babies. She's so funny. But what trends are you liking right now? That's what I was going to ask you.
Trends on social media?
In life. It could be social media trends.
Like just any trends that are going on in the world right now.
Yeah, like I really just want you to ask the question back to me. So should I go first?
Yeah, that's what I was like. What trends do you like right now?
Oh, okay. I'll tell you. I am loving jewelry with bathing suits.
Yeah, that eats. I've been seeing. I've been seeing like that because it's an accessory.
I did it in Costa Rica.
I don't really get it entirely. It's like, are you getting the water with this, or is this for the flicks?
Well, I'm not a big water gal, regardless.
Just for the aesthetic.
Yeah, but why not get in the water with little gold?
I'm here for it. It is like it's a vibe.
What do you think about like starfish jewelry?
What's starfish jewelry?
Like when someone has like a starfish on their necklace or like starfish. Like I got starfish and clam earrings for our trip.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's
beachy.
It's on brand for the occasion.
I just feel like if I popped up with like a starfish, which I am going to pop up with starfish earrings, so just be prepared for that. I don't think you would get it.
What do I not get? We're at the beach. What more can I get from that?
I just didn't think that's a vibe.
It's like wearing like pumpkin color. I mean, like colors.
Wait, is it just me or like every time I start a sentence you interrupt me? I feel like we're not on a good vibe right now.
I feel like we're going back and forth. I don't think I'm interrupting. But maybe that's my awareness.
Yeah, I think I keep interrupting you and you keep interrupting
What
me.
are you trying to say? You literally just asked me a question. You said, "Am I gonna get?" I said, "What is that?"
I said I just interrupted you. I was saying I didn't think that was a vibe you were willing to catch.
I just don't understand what am I really catching. I think it's just it's kind of common sense. Like you got beach jewelry on at the beach, but what trends? That's the only trend you like is
Yeah. I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it and I really like it and I'm gonna participate. And I did in Costa Rica a little bit. I put on earrings with my bathing suit and I didn't do too much because I wasn't there to stunt. I was there to read and be quiet.
But the next trip,
no one's gonna stop me from my jewelry.
I'm here for it.
I kind of like toe rings lately too. Is that a little too much?
I feel like you could do it. The world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, that was cute.
You can't do it wherever you want, but you can try whatever you want.
Like this sounds like creepy, but I got my toes done with Mackenzie the other day, and so I Pinterest summer toes, and so many toe rings came up, and they're all so cute. And
is it not gonna hurt? Like, does it rub against the other toe?
No, I mean I haven't experienced a toe ring, so I can't say, but I would assume no. It just seems like it would be like the same thing with your hands, but anyway, I'm gonna dip my toe in that water.
I feel like your toes aren't. Well, I guess like not your big toe is, but
I'll show you the toe rings in a moment. But do you have any trends that you're liking? I like the Duke Dennis trend right now too.
Because we just did it.
No, I just like it. I stay for every single video because I want to see what shot they're willing to take for somebody.
Oh yeah, the Duke Dennis trend is funny.
I also think I forget how famous he is.
Yeah.
Like when that song came out, I was like, oh.
Right. No, I mean he is like he's from where he lives, where we're from. Well, he's from here, from Greenville, and then
I think it's the fact that he lives here.
And then we've had proximity because I don't like
I've seen him with you so many times, and I've seen, I don't know, I'm just like, oh, like you're like big famous.
Yeah, no, I mean even me too. I mean, like I said, I knew Duke growing up, but not from the way I know him now.
Yeah.
Like he used to literally come to our games or his I still to this day don't know if him and my friend Davion are cousins or best friends. I just know they're like
locked in.
Like they just like that's his brother for real. But the people that know Duke and like they got their like got A&P, but they got the D Block group. Davion, like I said, whoever he is to Duke, his best friend, just right hand man. We were running back mates growing up and stuff. And so like I've seen like the whole rise. I seen Duke when he was like, I guess I didn't even know then he was in the army or whatever he was doing. That now he's like, I mean, really, is this a stretch? Like I was trying to explain to somebody to him. This came in conversation. Like, is he like a modern day like Fresh Prince? Like if you think about what Fresh Prince,
wait, I don't know enough of Duke's lore.
But I'm saying like if you think about what Fresh Prince was, because I think to old people you have to like give them like analogies. But think about what Fresh Prince was to like that generation, like who people saw as like the cool, trendy person, like. That has to be what streamers are now for like this generation.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know, like that's what you watch, like because you watch.
I'm not
TV.
like I've never watched a stream, so I don't know.
I didn't watch the stream either.
I understand like the hype of
clips.
them. Yeah, I feel like I see Kai a lot on my For You page and stuff, but
that's what Fresh Prince.
No,
was.
I would. Yeah, I would agree.
Like Fresh Prince, Martin, Saved by the Bell, like those people that you just saw all the time.
All the time, they were everywhere doing everything.
You want to be like them, like that has to be what because like what young.
Funny.
But what shows are like, I mean, I guess Zendaya was like that. But like, what young person is on a show that you like want to be like? People know Power. Tariq is kind of like, but I don't think nobody really has that like lore or like that clout anymore from being on a TV show. I'm really trying to think.
I agree. It's definitely moved up more to like streams, social media, that vibe.
Right.
I also can't really talk that much because I don't watch TV shows.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I feel like you would know.
And there's so many now. That's the difference. Is back then there weren't as many.
I know they were premiere like these
now
are the
there's
ones.
So many. Like I feel like people are always like, "Oh, you've never watched this? You've never watched this?" I'm like, "No, I haven't watched it. I'm not a movie or TV show person. If I have extra time, I'm."
What was the one like? What was the one show that was everybody was on? It's not Twilight. It was the Stranger Things. Like that type
that was big.
You see what I'm saying? The young. I don't know what.
Even that was 10 years ago. So
right. I don't know what show has that much like.
Hype.
Yeah, so that's my point. But what trends do I like? I think I obviously see all the trends on social. I don't know if I think I just I don't know if I like any. What trend do I like right now? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I have really an answer. I think I think I like.
I gave 2 really good answers. So
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I like what's going on.
What trend I don't like right now, since you asked, is the fact that I know I'm addicted to my phone.
That's a trend.
It's just a trend in my life.
It's an epidemic.
It's really an epidemic. It's an epidemic in this household for sure.
I guess that might be a trend within society. Yeah.
What's funny is like how much we limit Beckham's screen time, yet we do not limit ours at all. I know she's only 2, but like still, I'm so careful about how much screen time she has because I know how it's not good for her development and like just in general for her to be staring at a blue light like that all day. And yet here I am.
Right. I think
frying my brain. For
sure. I think the words, because even doing what we do for part of our careers or like passions is like we obviously make a lot of content. I think the thing that I've said this and it's like one of those things you say, you kind of have to like almost like revisit it for it to become like a reality is I want to live a good life and document it, but I don't want to live my life through my phone. So I feel like that's the best way I can articulate it or like it makes sense to me. Because
wait, say it slower.
I do, okay. I want to live a good life and document my life and share my experiences, but I do not want to live my life through my phone.
Okay, yeah. Like for your phone.
No, like, yeah, for or through.
Okay.
Because I think that to me, the breakdown is like, I do want to be on social media. I want to be active. But you don't have to, in order to be active, like to make a video and post a video doesn't mean you have to be scrolling.
Yeah, agreed.
Like I want to be more of a creator instead of a consumer. And obviously that is like, we obviously do this, but at the same time, even if I wasn't doing this, I think I would still want to like live a good, I want my aim to not be living a good life to post. I just want to live a good life.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say
and document it and share my experiences the way I envision it. And even if you are being consistent on social media, it doesn't mean you have to be consistently on social media throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's one thing I've learned because I do want to post and be more, I want to be active, but it doesn't mean I have to be scrolling every day, every hour.
That's where I get caught up. And I feel like that's what I've learned, like even being in Costa Rica where I was like off grid. I was still recording stuff, but not scrolling. And I was stopping myself and more in the moment. And we just weren't meant to be doing all that. We really weren't.
Yeah, you just miss out.
The way that you feel afterwards is like awful too. Like when you've been spending too much time on your phone, you're like, oh my gosh. Or I just have I almost feel like it's a sin issue of distraction because I am constantly distracted. Like anytime I go to sit and spend time and pray or like just focus on anything, even planning this event, like I've spent so many hours planning it at this point, even that, like the reason why it's taking so long to do certain things is like, I'm like, oh wait, I need to get back to our tax guy. Oh wait, I need to do this. I never posted this. I need to record this. And it's just like, bro, relax. You're so distracted. And I also feel like lately when I've been sitting down and like actually just been like, okay, let's be realistic. I only have 10 minutes today. I'm going to sit down and give 10 minutes to the Lord. I'm going to pray. I'm going to just slow my mind down. I feel like what he can do in 10 minutes is more than what we can like strive to do in hours. And
for sure. I agree with that. I think it's also because it's like cheap dopamine. I mean, it's the easier thing to do. It's obviously like the default thing for a lot of our generation is to get on our phones and scroll. But like never does it really lead to any fulfillment. Mm-hmm. Like I do think you can get on, I'm not saying diminishing just being present on social, like having like, you should get a little doom scroll every now and then, you know, like let's just be honest. Like I love a little doom scroll when I
need some ideas too.
Yeah, you need ideas. You obviously have to know what's going on. I think the thing that's like gets tricky and addicting is the fact that like if you don't have like a monitor or like a govern over it, it can become what you do like frequently, often, every day, every week, and you realize like it is hard for me to focus. It is hard for me to finish tasks. It is hard for me to execute. It is hard for me to live, like actually enjoy like real life. Because I mean, you can get lost on social media. Like there'll be nights. Sometimes I actually want to do this for like 30 minutes, but every night I'm like, okay, I've been scrolling. It was 8 o'clock. I just put the kids down. And then it's 10 o'clock. And I've been on my phone like for 2 hours.
And you're like, wait, I want to throw this phone and actually feel like I want to die.
Right. And so I think...
And then I always think like, oh my gosh, I could have cleaned the kitchen. I could have done so many things that would have made me feel so much better. And now tomorrow I'm going to be like, I'm going to wake up. I'm not going to want to look at my kitchen. Yeah. I'm not going to look at the clothes on my floor that I said I was going to put them. I just can't. I have been though, like loving a podcast in the background of stuff because it's like while I do stuff, I still feel like I'm able to like be in the know of what's going on. Yeah. Even if it's like not productive, because I listen to one podcast, the Broken Condominica podcast, where it's not necessarily productive to listen to it, but it's a good time. And I like to hear about like life events and like what, I don't know, just things that like I can listen to and not have to think too much about it. But
I'm sure other people are like, I feel like our experiences are definitely shared because it's really a thing amongst the generation. Like I think I have this theory that this is a theory. I said that I had this thought. I want to make sure I said it right. I said, in the world of distraction, the people that can focus are the ones who change the world. I had this like thought, like if you think about like, but like if you really think about like if everybody's distracted, the people that can focus are the people who make a difference. Not saying you have to be creating content, but if you think about
just anything,
like, because I feel like the bar for excellence is kind of getting so low because everybody is so distracted. So if you actually can figure out how to lock in, like you literally can stand out because everybody has the same temptation with their phones. Whether you create content, you don't. Everybody's got even because people have a TikTok and never post a video. It's not just about creating.
Even if it's not even your phone, like in your mind, I feel like my mind just hops around.
It's racing.
Yeah. Have you seen those apps that you can like? It helps with your memory and it helps.
Like Headspace.
Well, Darian, I don't know the name.
Maybe I used to have Headspace in college.
What is that?
It's like a meditation app where it like slows your mind down. I'm big on this. I got this. I be loving football, of course. Y'all be getting coached up when I be on here. It says
he's gonna bring the quotes. I'll tell you that much.
But
he's on the third quote of the day.
But like when we was playing sports, they used to say, like you're going too fast, bro. Sometimes you gotta slow down and speed up.
Right. And I love that.
But it used to because like when you're like super excited, especially when like coming up doing sports, like you want to do things so right, you go so fast when you really get it wrong. And it was like you need to slow down so that you can speed up. I feel like that's what I'm kind of trying to be on this year is because like speed up is just execution. Like if you think about like to speed up in life is just what you're able to get done. So you really got to slow down to like actually get things moving and grooving. Yeah.
Speaking of distraction in my brain, I think I fixed my brain fog. If you guys have not been locked into the Insta stories, about a month ago I posted that I have extreme brain fog, which might have something to do with what's going on in our house as well, but we'll give that update in a little bit. But I think I fixed it by eating more protein. Did I tell you this?
Like you have more energy?
No, it's like brain fog. Do you not know what brain fog is? It's like you literally cannot like wake up. You feel like you can't focus on anything. My head just feels like a big cloud. That's the only way that I can describe it. It's more than just like being tired and being, I don't even know. Like it just feels like a big fog.
I feel like when I'm dehydrated.
That could be a part of it too.
Yeah.
I definitely don't drink enough water. I'll have my like, I'm drinking it right now. My like, first of all, if you have not tried, this is not sponsored, but I wish it were, hit me up. The Armra apricot flavor is the best thing I've ever had in my life. Like this is my special drink of the day. Special drink. Beckham calls sparkling water her special drink. But anyway, I have this and then I'm like, well, guys, I'm good for the day. Got my one drink of water. It's bad. But no, after I started prioritizing protein because I've been lifting weights and working out, whatever, guys, stop asking. Yeah, I have been. And I was like reading all the stuff about how important protein is, whatever. So I've been trying to hit 100 grams minimum a day and my brain's been really clicking. It's been turning on. And it could also be the working out too, because I feel like working out clears your head. But I don't know, guys. I'm turning into a new person, which I feel like we need to give them a mold update too, because one thing I'm going to do is a yap.
I think that's just, people really bought into the mold update, or you just want people to be brought up to it?
I want people to be bought into it because it keeps me up at night. And if it keeps me up at night, it better keep y'all up at night. God, how many times do I talk to you about this a day? 30? Yeah. It's stressing me out.
Yeah, it is a real thing. And I feel like we're very healthy people, but we do be sick.
Yes. And so the mold update, guys, is that we don't have one. It's that I'm just kidding. I do have a little bit one. I posted on that TikTok of like asking people like, hey guys, what do I do? Because I'm actually about to freak out. And you guys were like, humidifiers, purifiers. We have a purifier. It's only ran like once a week because I forget, but we're running it a lot more. And then I got humidifiers for all of our rooms. And so we'll see. We've been running the humidifier in our room and has it helped?
I mean,
boo, it hasn't helped.
I don't know. We gotta give it a week.
We'll give it a week, but I'm like still kind of stuffy and feel groggy and
The kids.
The kids, most importantly, like I'm sick of the snotty noses, the coughing when they're not even sick. Like I know you're not sick. This is something from the air.
Right.
So really the only update is I'm pissed off. And I actually tell Darian every day, what is it? Like how many, I've already spent so much money on tests to try to figure out what's wrong with our home and no one can tell me. And we do have an air quality guy coming next week that he's out of town this week. So he said he's going to bring them next week. That he's going to bring like super high quality purifiers.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that. And if that happens and we know it's something in the air and that we need to like, I'm on the edge of moving. So go ahead and start looking.
We're not moving.
At what point can we move?
I mean, we could go stay somewhere and see if it changes. I don't know. I'll be down.
Okay.
Do
like
that.
Hawaii.
Like how Josh and Sad be doing.
Let's pick up and go somewhere. I actually don't want to live in Hawaii.
We can just leave and go somewhere.
Let's go to Florida.
Okay. For like a week.
Yeah. And see if it changes.
Yeah. Just take the kids, get Airbnb.
Can we just do that anyway? Because I just got excited.
We might, we talked about we could just.
Okay.
We really could just do that though. If that stuff works out, we could just go for like a week.
Okay. We'll talk about it. Okay. Also, I really have loved us prioritizing our date nights lately.
Right.
Because I think some other weeks or like months before, I feel like before we like had this realigning moment last month, I feel like we've just kind of skipped it or been like, there's been some nights we've had help. Like we've been like, our moms are coming over. We're like, we have so much work to do. Let's just do that instead.
Yeah. I think it's more so like, I think anything, it can't be, like it has to be forethought. Like it has to be like some intention and like the week of to plan it. I think sometimes we would know we had help or moms were like, hey, I can come by and watch the kids today because I want to see them. And we haven't even thought for a second about having a date night. At least I feel like the past 4 weeks, like it's really been like intentionality, like family meetings. Hey, if you got family out there, it's one of those things that we did and we was like, okay, this is working good. But we was like, we kind of just drifted away from it. And then now we got back to it. Just having a family meeting of like, here's what we want to do this week. Here's what we want to accomplish. Who's we want to be. Remind ourselves, even like as parents, as believers.
We ask ourselves like, who do we want to bless that week? Who's somebody that we can like, I don't know.
Or even how like, it's like personal inventory on each other, individually, collectively, with the kids. Because if you just don't, you have to definitely like anything, you have to like reset in order to keep going in a healthy way. And so I think that's been a big reason why our date nights have kind of made a resurgence, which they should be. Like I'm a big like
we would go on date nights. They just weren't as intentional.
I think they were just sporadic, and I think there was a season in life that like there's seasons of life that don't allow you to do these things. But then if you can get back in a rhythm of, because you just don't want to be two people co-parenting when you're supposed to be married. Like if you co-parenting, co-parent. But I think marriage can definitely sometimes like the schedules get piled up, and you feel like you're co-parenting with the person you're supposed to be in love with, and that's really what started all this. Like us fall in love. And I feel like if we have a healthy marriage, I know if we have a healthy marriage, everything else will be healthy around us. So I think prioritizing our time, and don't really take a lot. That's one thing I realized, like you said earlier, like a little bit goes a long way, and a little bit over time goes even further, like consistently. So I think just the time we co-write for one another, that little hour, 2 hours, we could just be childless and talk and chill, eat some good food.
Like last night, I loved being able to like talk about like what some of our dreams are coming up and like encouraging each other of like, I really think you should do this. You're so good at this. Like go back to this and like stuff like that. Like that's so important that like I know your dreams and what's going on with you, and also just like laughing with you, because like a lot of times not that life is serious, we're always laughing with the kids and whatever, but our life is like so much our children, which I'm fine with, but obviously, but I don't know, it's just nice to be kids again sometimes.
There has to be a balance.
Yeah.
And
I think before I was like, well, he always sees me. Like, I don't really need to put makeup on or dress up. Like, let's just go somewhere chill. And lately, I feel like I've really been prioritizing just, I don't know, putting on makeup and looking good. Because I just always used to do that with you, like, back in the day. Like, when I knew I was going up to Clemson, I would bring my best outfits. And I know I'm going to do this with him, so I want to look really good for this. And I don't know, I never want to stop doing that. I want to be 50 and be like, I got a new dress. Like, let's go out.
For sure.
And it's like that.
Yeah, and me too. I think that I appreciate it. And also, even for myself, like getting dressed up, because sometimes you just get like in a rut of like just chilling, like it does feel good to put on a fit or just like to put effort into this, into something. Because it does, I think you forget, like that's what all those moments of excitement or energy or like lovey-dovey stuff is what built it. And if you don't keep those things going, it won't keep being what you want it to be, So
It's sweet.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap up with the Mackenzie's mindset. Have you guys been liking these? Let me know, because maybe I'll switch it up and start a new series if you guys haven't been liking, but I do like to do them. They're fun for me to read. Let's do this one. I just recently got broken up with in my senior year of college, and I feel totally blindsided. Any advice from you? Love your podcast and your little family. So adorable. A blindsided breakup. Got any advice for them? I would say take your time that you need to heal. You don't need to have any guilt over how long it takes for you to heal. And there is no right way to do it. I would say keep no contact. It's very tempting to be the one to reach out, especially if you were the one that was broken up with, to like want to reach out and have, I'm not saying if he didn't give you closure, like that's a different thing. But like, I would just say keep no contact, because it'll be harder if you try to like let it linger. And, you know, if he wants to talk, and you're open to it, that's fine. But don't be the one to reach out, and just take your time, and don't be doing nothing crazy to try to get over him, because it's not going to work, and it's just going to leave you even more sad. And yeah, just take some time. Don't try to jump into another relationship, and there's no right way. And I'm sorry that happened. That makes me sad.
Yeah, it's tough.
Breakups are hard.
For sure. My breakup advice would be to use the redirection as like new energy to focus on yourself, you know, because ultimately, like, two whole people make a good relationship. That's what I believe. That's what we kind of got us here. So I think obviously if you're not with that person, it's like another opportunity for you to grow, better yourself, remind yourself where you want to go. And obviously, not obviously, but I think a lot of times pain is a good teacher and gives you one purpose. And like I said, honestly, the redirection can be direction to where you actually want to end up. And then, like I said, you could. I'm a proponent too. Like sometimes spin the block. You know, like if it could potentially.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's over forever.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's over forever. Potentially, it could work out later. But then I don't think you should like let God kind of lead that. And I think He really does. If you lean into Him, He really will direct your steps in the sense of, like, He'll let it be known that this is supposed to come back and flourish again. But I wouldn't take it upon yourself to do anything. I wouldn't jump into a new relationship. I wouldn't go back to your old one. I would kind of take that break and really just reset, remind yourself, and then, yeah, then just let the next thing come to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
love. I was reading through some other ones, and they're honestly all way too deep, and I just don't have the energy. I can't like give what I want to give to those answers, so I'm just gonna wait till next week to really give my deep answers. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening every single week. I see every comment that you guys do. I see every Mackenzie's Mindset that you DM me. So keep DMing me them, and I always save them, and we will get around to it. And I'm just really thankful. I feel like I've thought about that multiple times this week, just how thankful I am that anybody listens to this and anybody watches our stuff and just supports us in any way, whether that's a like, comment, DM, whatever. We're grateful. And I'm just spending a lot of time, especially like with this event and stuff, just feeling really grateful that I get to do this, and that honestly anybody listens or cares, because I couldn't if they didn't. So thank you guys. I love you. As always, Mondays, Not Everybody Needs a Podcast, will be coming to you. So I'll see you next Monday. Thank you for listening. If you are on YouTube, I'm doing a big giveaway for 40K. So let's get to 40K so I can do it. And if you guys are listening on Apple and Spotify, you guys can also follow me on there as well. So do that. I love you guys, and I will see you next Monday with another episode of Not Everybody Needs a Podcast.